The pavement of Maranello is where Ferraris are born, but the dirt of the European rally circuits is where they were forged in fire. There is a story buried in the archives, a moment when the world's most prestigious racing house decided to take its refined engineering and throw it into the chaos of the forest. This is the story of how a machine built for the mud became the ultimate status symbol for someone sitting at a quiet roadside cafe. This is Cypher. For decades, Enzo Ferrari's gaze was fixed firmly on the pristine asphalt of Formula One and the glamorous endurance circuits of Le Mans. Rallying was a gritty, brutal, unpredictable discipline, largely ignored by the factory. But the privateers, the rogue racers, and passionate mechanics who saw the untamed potential of the prancing horse knew otherwise. They looked at a chassis designed for the Riviera and saw a weapon that could dance on gravel. They heard a naturally aspirated V8 and envisioned it screaming through the dense, snow-covered alpine trees. Ferrari was the king of the asphalt. They owned the glamour of Formula One. But the rally circuit was a bar fight. It was gravel, cliffside passes, and deep mud. When they took the 308 GTB to the rally stage, the racing world laughed. It was too elegant, too expensive, and too beautiful to survive. But the Ferrari didn't just survive the forest stages, it turned them into a theater. Every time that red machine drifted through a hairpin turn, it wasn't just racing, it was making a statement. It was proof that Ferrari engineering could survive the absolute worst conditions on Earth. Enter Giuliano Michelotto, the Padua-based tuning genius who took Ferrari's elegant 308 GTB and turned it into a Group 4 monster. He stripped away the luxury, utilizing lightweight fiberglass Vetroresina bodies to shave off crucial weight. Pushing the 3-liter, 300-horsepower V8 to its absolute limit, Michelotto didn't just build a rally car, he built a mechanical predator. When legendary drivers like Jean-Claude Androuet took the wheel, often clad in the iconic blue and white Pioneer Racing livery, the impossible happened. The 308 didn't just participate, it dominated. It conquered the grueling Tour de France automobile back-to-back in 1981 and 1982, and secured a stunning outright win at the treacherous Targa Florio. The high-pitched wail of a Ferrari flat-plane crank echoing through the dense forests of Corsica and Sicily was a surreal juxtaposition. It was high art, completely covered in mud. That rally pedigree changed everything. It transformed the Ferrari from a delicate collector's item into a proven machine. It gave the brand a grit that money alone couldn't buy. Owners started to crave that connection, not because they were going to drive through a mud-filled forest, but because they wanted the assurance that their car was built for something far more extreme than a commute. The rally history provided the perfect bridge. It proved that the car was indestructible, while the design kept it beautiful. This dirt-stained era laid the groundwork for Ferrari's most mythical modern machines. The staggering success of the 308 in Group 4 sparked a radical, dangerous idea in Maranello: building a bespoke car for the terrifying, unrestricted Group B rally category. That idea became the legendary 288 GTO. Though the Group B rally class was deemed too dangerous and banned before the 288 GTO could ever officially touch the dirt, the rally mandate had already changed Ferrari's DNA forever. The requirement to build homologated road cars for rally competition birthed a new lineage of hypercars. The raw, twin-turbocharged violence of the 288 GTO directly evolved into the iconic F40. The greatest, most visceral road cars Ferrari ever produced didn't trace their roots to a luxury design studio. They traced them back to the unforgiving, unpredictable rally stages. But the ultimate irony of Ferrari's detour into the mud is what it did to the brand's valuation. When you build a car strictly to satisfy rally homologation rules, like the 288 GTO, you artificially restrict the supply. They only needed to build 200 to legally race. They capped production just slightly above that. In the world of high finance and elite asset collection, Absolute scarcity, combined with a genuine violent racing pedigree, creates an unstoppable market force. Those machines, birthed for the dirt, bypass the traditional depreciation curve entirely, instantly transforming into highly liquid, blue-chip investments. Today's most formidable collectors aren't just bidding on a badge. They are bidding on the sheer, unrepeatable audacity of the 1980s rally era. A pristine 288 GTO today commands 8-figure valuations because it is a vault of history, a physical manifestation of a fleeting chapter in motorsport. This shift fundamentally altered how the world viewed the prancing horse. The grit of the rally circuit provided an impenetrable armor of authenticity, proving that underneath the Italian leather was a weapon of pure engineering. You cannot manufacture that kind of prestige in a boardroom. You have to bleed for it in the forests. In the highest tiers of wealth, that raw authenticity became the ultimate currency, a sovereign asset backed by motorsport survival. This is where the legend met the reality of the road. Fast forward to today, you see that same car or its modern successor parked outside a roadside cafe. The owner isn't thinking about the mud or the cliffside passes, but the aura is undeniable. The car carries the weight of that rally history. It carries the story of surviving the impossible. That is the true glory. It's the feeling of owning something that has a soul forged in competition, sitting quietly while you enjoy your coffee. Today's modern collectors and enthusiasts aren't just buying leather interiors, seamless transmission shifts, and carbon fiber trim. Subconsciously, they are buying the ghost of that Group 4308 tearing through the French Alps. They are buying the homologation requirements that forced engineers to put race-spec suspension and unyielding chassis rigidity into street-legal cars. The cafe racer of today benefits directly from the brutal stress tests of yesterday. The dirt didn't ruin the Ferrari, it immunized it against fragility, ensuring that beneath the polished wax lies a skeleton of pure iron. The rally circuits gave Ferrari the right to charge a premium, and the buyers gave them the wealth to sustain the dream. It's a perfect cycle. The car conquers the dirt, so the owner can conquer the road in absolute comfort. Ferrari didn't just build a vehicle, they built a legacy that turns a simple morning coffee into a moment of racing history. The question is, do you see just a car, or do you see the dust of the forest behind the paint? This is Cypher.